my friends, let me say welcome again to another session on the SosoBone Media Network. And again, on John Sports Corner, we keep it up to date with sports and all the things impacting our sports and our sportsters, including birthdays, and anniversaries. So let me say thank you for tuning in and for sharing this family news that sometimes accompanies our sports report. And let me turn you over to our host and anchor on the SosoBone Media Network, John Sports Corner channel, none other than inductee into the first World Cricket Hall of Fame, the Honorable John Melbourne. Thank you.
Thank you again, Trevor, and a good afternoon to our friends and family. Locked into John Sports Corner, thank you for visiting and staying with our global weekly update on the SosoBone Media Network, the global Caribbean media capital. Again, let me remind you to go to Inner Circle Radio Store in the SosoBone shop and go gift shopping. There are backpacks, coat bags, mugs, t-shirts, sorrel, and the great Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee. Yes, the great Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee. Did I get an amen?
Amen.
Well, also in the shop are t-shirts with the John Sports Corner and Viacom Diaz logos. And depending on what you select from the shop, the items all come with their respective logos.
Aye.
Birthdays, Sue Shivnarine, Guyana and West Indies cricketer, or should I say former Guyana and West Indies cricketer, who came into West Indies team that was gutted by the Kerry Packer World Series cricket. He played actually only 8 test matches with a top score of 63. And let's call this segment, Professor, the Bunny Hop.
Aye.
But we start with cricket. As England named their squad for the first test against New Zealand, bowling off June 4th at Lord's. And it is Ben Stokes captain, Rehan Ahmed, Gus Atkinson, Sonny Baker, Shoaib Bashir, Jacob Bethel, Harry Brook, Ben Duckett, Matthew Fisher, Emilio Gay, James Rue, Ollie Robinson, Joe Root, Jamie Smith, and Josh Tongue.
Uh-huh.
And you see where former St. Vincent and the Grenadines Prime Minister Ralph Gonzalez admits that cricket in the region was better governed under the leadership of Dave Cameron and regrets backing current Cricket West Indies president Dr. Kishore Shalom.
Whoa.
While
Was it?
that may be true, have to wonder if Ralph Gonzalez is not just trying sour grapes. After Dr. Shalom's New Democratic Party kicked him out of office in the recent St. Vincent and the Grenadines elections.
Well. There is a deep well around that question,
A
John.
deep well. Gonzalez didn't say if he would support Dave Cameron's candidacy in the next Cricket West Indies election. And while Dave Cameron hasn't said whether he'd be interested in another shot at the presidency, he did say he's willing to help cricket in any way he can. Jamaica Reggae Girls captain Khadija Bunny Shaw doing the bunny hop once more.
Oh, yes.
And for the second time in her career at Manchester City Women's Football Club, she has won the Football Writers Association Women's Footballer of the Year award. Certainly, big congratulations to Khadija Bunny Shaw.
And why did they
And
call her
then
Bunny? Why they call her Bunny, John?
um, I guess it was a pet name from she was a youngster.
No, no, John. The fact is that she used to like carrot as a child very, very much. couldn't
Sure.
couldn't stop her from eating carrots, and they just call her Bunny because rabbits are associated with carrots. So
Well,
so she ended up being called Bunny. It's stuck.
what? You know, in Sunday's game, the FA Cup Women's semi-final,
Uh-huh.
Manchester City left it till late to win the game
Uh-huh.
on goals. Bonnie Shaw equalized in stoppage time,
Uh-huh.
then scored the winner in extra time that gave City a come from behind 3-2 win over Chelsea women.
Ah. Mm.
And interestingly now, Trevor, it is Chelsea women who have offered her £1 million per year to join them for next season because her contract with Manchester City women run out in the summer.
Well, they need to pay her more, John. They're discriminating against the women as usual. Okay?
Yeah.
I mean, 1 million in this age and time, John. Oh, come on. They need to pay her what she is worth. Okay? And I tell you, Manchester.
Well, I guess it also has to do with television viewership and that kind of thing, how they
John,
can pay these
John,
ladies.
they're trying to steal the Caribbean population in UK, okay? That watches Bunny Hop when she is playing for Manchester, all right? And okay, for City, yes. And we know that the moment you shift her to another team, ticket sales jump from one team to the next.
Yeah, yes.
Okay?
Certainly. Mm-hmm.
Go on next door. So no, they need to pay her some money.
Like when Messi came to the US the soccer league here.
Yeah, when he came to Miami,
yes. And season tickets more than double. I understand.
Yes, went through the roof.
Anyway, Trevor Bunny Shaw, she's on course actually to win the Women's Super League Golden Boot for the third consecutive year.
All right.
And perhaps even the FIFA Player of the Year award.
Mm-hmm.
That really could be in the cards.
John, listen, they can offer 1 million, but they also give her 50% of uniform sales, okay? Because suddenly Man City gonna lose all those uniforms, and who's gonna get it now, John? Chelsea?
Chelsea?
Okay. So no.
Well, the deal is not done yet. So she has not said anything one way or the other.
All right,
she has been silent, which is the right thing to do.
Yes, we need to give her a call, okay?
While the club negotiates or by their time, I should say. That is right. Manchester City. Well, anyway, Trevor,
I say cut the fat and let's get down to the bone. Pay her what she's worth, okay?
Let us jump to Jamaica Premier League playoffs that got going on the weekend. Interesting games, Trevor.
Uh-huh.
The Portmore Racing game. Racing came from 3 goals down to draw that game 3-3. Mm-hmm. Cavalier came from 2 goals down to draw their game against Waterhouse. And the return games are tonight. So a winner is certain at the end of the games tonight.
Okay.
English Premiership, Arsenal 1-0 over West Ham. Arsenal survived a nerve-wracking 4 minutes while VAR reviewed an apparent equalizer deep in injury time, Trevor. I sat there wondering what is going to happen. Of course, the commentators were going over the pictures and giving their views, but eventually the goal referee had given the goal to equalize, and had they equalized, it would be Manchester City would be practically equal again
Uh-huh.
with Arsenal. Arsenal has 2 games. Manchester City now have 2 games because they won their game earlier today against Crystal Palace, 3 goals to 0. Interesting though, it is not, the season is not done and dusted yet, although Arsenal only have 2 games left. I believe there's still a quirk in the jug.
John, Arsenal,
Yeah.
I mean, Arsenal, they're choking, okay? Because they had been leading 6 weeks ago with a sizable lead, okay? They're choking.
Yeah, they were, and it's down to this now, Trevor. But if they stumble, then they open the door for Manchester City once more.
Yes.
Anyway, in other games, Liverpool and Chelsea in a 1-1 stalemate. Brighton 3-0 over Wolves. Bournemouth 1-0 over Fulham. Sunderland and Manchester United in a 0-0 stalemate. And Manchester City, as I mentioned, 3-0 over Brentford. Burnley 2 and Aston Villa in a 2-2 stalemate. Crystal Palace and Everton in a 2-2 stalemate. Nottingham Forest and Newcastle United in a 1-1 stalemate. And as I said, Manchester City, they won on the weekend 3-0, but today they defeated Crystal Palace 3-0 also.
Okay.
So they're just 2 points off the championship table. You never know. You never know. In women's FA Cup semi-final, Jamaica regular girls captain again scored twice in stoppage time to send Manchester City women to the final, and the final takes place May 31st at Wembley, and they will be playing Brighton and Hove in the final. In the horse racing, we close with the Sport of Kings. There'll be no Triple Crown watch this year, as Derby winner Golden Temple will not be going to Pimlico for the 151st running of the Preakness Stakes. 14 horses listed to contest the Black-Eyed Susans. Ocelli, who was third in the Derby, is entered. Also, Great White, who was crushed at the gate after rearing up and falling backwards. Luckily, his jockey escaped injury, or should I say, escaped the horse rolling over on him. Now, Jose Ortiz, who rode the Derby winner Golden Temple, is aboard Chip Honcho for the Preakness, while his brother, Irad, who was second in the Derby, is aboard Hawking. The early line favorite is Iron Honor at 9-2, while Taj Mahal, Chip Honcho, and Incredibolt are listed at 5-1. Think another long shot will win the Preakness, Trevor? Our long shot kick the bucket. Which one?
Well, I would be looking for the longest shot out there.
On that note, that's where we draw covers on John Sports Corner this Wednesday afternoon on the SosoBone Media Network. Again, thanks for joining us, and have your friends check out John Sports Corner. Tell them we span the sports globe. Remember, go to Winner Circle Sports Store in the SosoBone shop and pick up available merchandise of your choice, including the great Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee. Be safe for the rest of this week, family. See you next Wednesday via Con Dios.